We have seen that from distance time graph, we can find out the type of motion. We can also find out the position of the moving object, and we can also find out the speed of a moving object. So let's understand how can we determine the speed of a moving body with the help of distance time graph. Look at this graph. Here we will randomly select 2 points. Say P and Q. And here we need to find out the speed of the bus between PQ. So what would be the speed of the bus between these 2 points? That's what we want to find out. Now, we know that to find out speed, we need 2 quantity, that is distance and time. Now, at this point P, if we want to find out distance, we need to draw a perpendicular line from point P towards y-axis. That would give us 10 kilometer distance. Means at this point the bus is at 10 kilometer. And from point Q, if I want to find out the distance, that means where the bus may be at this point, then naturally I'll do the same thing. Draw a perpendicular line towards y-axis because the distance is on y-axis, and this is giving me 20 kilometer. Now I can easily say that at P point the bus was at 10 kilometer and at Q point the bus is at 20 kilometer. It means that the distance traveled by bus between P and Q is 20 minus 10, that is this distance, 10 kilometer. Okay, so this is 10 kilometer, which is distance traveled by bus between these 2 points. And this point is actually change of distance, and that's why it is distance, right? Now, distance we have got. Let's now talk about time. And to find out time, naturally we'll go towards x-axis. So we will draw a perpendicular line on x-axis. It will give us from point P, it will give us 20, and from point Q, it is 40. So T1 is 20 and T2 is 40. So I can say that the time taken to travel this distance is actually this much. That is the area between T1 and T2, and that is 40 minus 20, that is 20. So this 20 is actually change in time. So this is change in time. So this change in distance and change in time is actually telling us the distance and the time covered, the time taken to cover that distance. So now with the help of these two information, we can easily find out speed. So we know that speed is equal to distance upon time, and distance is s2 minus s1 and time is t2 minus t1. So the change in distance and change in time is actually 20 minus 10, that is 10 kilometer, and in case of time it is 40 minus 20, that is 20 minute. Now here we can say that 10 upon 20, but this is in kilometer per minute. We need to find out kilometer per hour. So this 20 will be divided by 60 so that we can convert it into hour. Now this 60 is in denominator, it will go in the numerator. So 10 into 60, and this 20 will remain here only, that is in denominator. And this is how 600 kilometer per 600 kilometer and 20 hour. It gave us 30 kilometer per hour. So this is how, with the help of distance time graph, we can easily find out the speed of any object.